we're going to talk about Miniscale Extraction. So for this technique we need a few various supplies. Here we have the separatory funnel and stopper. So this piece is called the separatory funnel and has this piece here is called the stopcock. You also need an iron ring to support your separatory funnel and an Erlenmeyer flask or something else to serve as a collection vessel. So the first thing you want to do when you're preparing to do microscale or miniscale extraction is you want to check to make sure that the stopcock is working properly. Just put some water in your separatory funnel, open the stopcock and make sure it's not clogged. Then you want to put it into the iron ring to support it. Make sure that your stopcock is closed. So that's when the bars are perpendicular to the flow. So here I'm just mixing together some colored water and some organic solvent to have a separation of aqueous phase and organic phase. But let's pretend that this is the product of a reaction and you have, let's say you're washing your product and you're interested in collecting just the aqueous phase or just the organic phase, so you want to separate them. So you mix them together. You want to invert your separatory funnel a couple times and vent periodically. You can't really see from this angle, but just remove the glass stopper from the top to let it vent. Do that a few times, and then you can start to vent by rotating the stopcock. When you're doing this, make sure you're not pointing it at the person next to you or pointing it at your face or anything like that, because sometimes the pressure will send liquid kind of spraying out a little bit. So you do that until there's no more pressure. Then you put it back in the iron ring, and it's important that you remove the glass stopper at that time. If you don't, then the liquid won't expel from the bottom of the separatory funnel properly. So line everything up with your Erlenmeyer flask or whatever you're using to collect. And then slowly open the stopcock and the bottom aqueous layer begin to come out. And where you stop is really dependent upon which layer you're interested in collecting. So if your product is in the aqueous layer, you want to expel probably about 95% of the aqueous layer. If you're interested in collecting the organic layer, you want to expel 100% of the aqueous layer and some amount of the organic layer as well to make sure that you don't have any contaminants there. So once you get all the way done with that, just close the stopcock. And you have the two separated. And then it's important that you pour out the top organic layer. You'll see here from the top. Don't expel it through the stopcock as well, because you'll contaminate the organic layer then.